infrastructure. They are familiar with all the infrastructure requirements, so they get these according to their requirements and set up on their own. But yeah, they rent over the they rent through the internet because it is a infrastructure as a service. They are taking it service, but from a third party like AWS or Google Cloud or AWS or Microsoft Azure. And then we have a platform as a service, which is mostly used by application developer. They get a pre-set up environment. Let's say we have an example. I think it is by dev. It is by GitHub. I'm if I remember its name, it's something like GitHub Code, where you already get a setup of Visual Studio, and then you just write a code, and it's already managed by the GitHub. You just write the code. You don't have to install any library, any prerequisites. Just type your code and debug. So yeah, this is an example of application PaaS, platform as a service. And then SaaS, it is only used mostly used by end users. So in short, infrastructure as a service provides more control over the infrastructure and allowing architectures to manage and configure resources virtually. Okay, and then in the PaaS, it mainly focus on app development. So with managed infrastructure, infrastructure is already managed, so it is mostly used by application developers. And in software as a platform, it is fully managed software accessible via internet. You don't need to install anything, and it is mostly used by end users. Is it clear to everyone?
Yeah.
You can ask me question, or if you have any other questions, you can note it and you can ask me after this lecture. If you are feeling, I mean, if you are hesitating to ask now, don't worry, you can note your question and feel free to ask me questions in this session or even after the session. Our uh, our facilitator will make a group of us. So we already have a drive in Google, and we will also make a group. We will discuss whether it will be on WhatsApp or in a Google, so we can get to know and ask any query that you face. Let me, sorry, I was focused much on the chat. Let me see if so. I'm just checking the chats if anybody has a question till now. Misha, you asked the question, what is AWS and from where I can download AWS? So actually AWS is you don't have to download AWS, you just have to subscribe. It is a cloud platform. We will use this platform to get services, compute service, storage. It doesn't need any downloading. We will use through our web browser. After this lecture, when I will have a hands-on lab, I will give you a detailed tour of AWS console. So is it clear to you? And also tell me, VS Code Studio. Yeah, we will download the Code Studio. It doesn't need now, but in the future when we will work on AI, we need it. And RDP is actually already installed. You don't have to install it. All right.
Yeah, I have a question about the account for the AWS. Last year I created an account, and I think it's like expired right now, like this month. So if I have to go ahead with them, I have to go like pay whatever I'm going to use. Is that possible to create another one using another different email, or it's not possible?
Yeah, it is possible, but you also have to you also need a new credit or ATM card. So It is
A different
possible.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
different. You need a new credentials of card.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. You can stop using this account because it will give you a charge. You will get bill if the trial is getting
It's
over.
done.
But
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it has a 1 year trial version, but no worries. I remember when I was a student and I was having my trial account, and I forgot that it is about to end, and I keep creating computes, I mean, or EC2s on this uh, account. So I got a charge and it was around $100, but I created a ticket to AWS port and told them that I was learning. They asked for a proof and I gave them